Basically, you start with a tone that is ooh, and then you add a little bit of on top of it, and you add a little you know, and that's like a Didi sound. Like the Brazilians call him Dragonzinho, little dragon, because he comes with a tiny little keyboard and then he goes like
I get inspired from sounds, programming sounds and distorting them and playing them in ways they're not supposed to be played.
I love when Sabina sings lyrics that I don't even understand in a way, you know? I mean, she's singing in German or French or Spanish or these different languages, and I'm hearing an instrument and I'm not necessarily focused down on the words, and that's very inspiring too.
I love being on stage. Sometimes I feel like my voice is etheric, you know, it depends, but I genuinely like performing on stage. I think it's a great blessing.
Performing in front of thousands of people is awesome. I just really don't necessarily get that greater feeling of, you know, performing in front of 10,000 people than like performing in front of 100 people that are truly in it with you.
Fashion is a large part of my image. Also, I mean, I think fashion is a form of art that I think is as beautiful as sculpture or graphics or whatever, painting. And it's particularly on stage, I find it always a pleasure if the performer is dressed and there's something nice to look at. And I just particularly have a liking for nice clothes. You know, I'm a girl, I like to dress up.
There's so many great artists and musicians in this city, you know, from every point of the world.
Brooklyn's got this stigma of like Williamsburg being of the indie kind of thing, and Manhattan's got this stigma of being so expensive so that nobody can really make an original project.
You know, I suppose in Manhattan there are so many different pockets and scenes that we are not even aware of, I mean, that we don't mix with at all. That's the unbelievable thing about New York. You can be here for decades and not ever cross one heavy metal musician, you know, but they're all there and they're living just as actually dynamically.